Hello lovelies, I'm Angela and this is my channel, Parisienne Farmgirl. I'm so happy you're here. It's been a few years since I did a proper farmhouse tour, and I will tell you there is a reason. If you've ever sold your home and you've gotten it ready for a showing, that's what it's like to try to get your house ready for a tour. It's completely unreasonable for the family, but we managed. We got it tidied up for you. We did our best, but you'll get a chance to see what the house is looking like right now. Now we've had a few projects that we've been up to. We got a new stove. So after so many years of not having a working oven, for so long I've had an oven that was just broke in some way, shape, or form. So I was using a countertop convection oven, which I was very blessed to be able to use, but I'm so happy to have my new stove. We put in some bookcases in the hallway, we've painted the stairs, we've done a few more things, so I'm gonna share a little bit of that with you as we make our way through the house. If you're brand new to this channel, 4.5 years ago, we purchased this home. It is built in the 1980s. It is an eco house. That's my bedroom behind us. And there's 2 stories of greenhouse on the front of the house. So the bedroom is, in theory, part of that greenhouse. And we have no ductwork. It's a very modern home in that it had some sort of mid-century modern aspects architecturally that we're trying to just get rid of little by little. And at the same time, it was very 1980s. So just covered in wallpaper and not the chic kind, and lots of other things that we've removed along the way. So definitely head back to older videos on this channel to see all the work that we've done, because we've put in a ton of work. And of course, during that time as a designer, my style has morphed and changed, and I've been exposed to new influences. So you'll see those come about in the process. Everything we do is on a budget. Everything is thrifted or sought out online or at local antique or resale shops. And then that allows us to save and splurge on things like the stove that you'll see and my Persian rug, my growing Persian rug collection, and things that are really going to retain their value. The problem with that sort of design philosophy is that it takes a long time. I can't just go to a showroom and pick everything out. So there's things like the kitchen that just simply still don't look the way I want them to look. There are still cabinets to rip out. My beautiful 1860 copper sink is still being held up by birch logs after 4.5 years. So this style requires some patience on my part, because I have to wait till things appear at flea markets or shops, or till I can find them. But nonetheless, I'm going to take you around the house and just show you the way it looks this summer, and we'll do another one in the fall, and you can see whatever has changed since today. The kitchen is the most popular room, so why don't we start there? hope you don't mind me taking a few minutes to share that very, very exciting day that the LeConte arrived. I named her Lugorezia after my favorite character on the Durrells of Corfu, and so I affectionately call her Luga. Nobody in theory is allowed to touch Luga except Mom. Of course, that doesn't work out, but she is my pride and joy, and I put her through her paces every day. I cook from scratch. We don't have a microwave. We raise a lot of our own food, and I'm just so ecstatic to have this fabulous piece of equipment in our kitchen. So I had to share with you that day it arrived because everyone was so excited. From the kitchen, why don't we take a peek into the boot room? Of course, you saw that big makeover earlier this year. If you'd like to see how that all came about, I will put a little link right there. You can watch that video right there. We'll do the boot room, and then let's go into the living room, what we call the fireplace room. It's the middle room of the house. This has some of that architecture that I really want to get rid of. There's a horrible railing, chair railing, stairway, loft, catwalk railing, something going on above the camera. I never show it because it's so awful. I can't bear. You've seen it in other videos. I think I have a video on the channel called What's Wrong with This House, and I finally show you the ugly catwalk. We're gonna do something amazing with it. I'd love to put bookcases up there, and I would love to put some faux beams on this ceiling this winter and really bring it down, warm it up in there. We have beams throughout the house. We're very blessed to have these great beams in our bedroom, in the kitchen, in the pretty room that we call it. But this living room just has this big cathedral ceiling that just leaves me cold. So I hope we warm that up this winter. But we've added a fun plaid couch in the last year, reselled, $95. It's adorable, I love it. It's nice and quirky with the Persian rug. Of course, I still have my green velvet couch that I'm going to learn how to refinish. This is where a lot of our books are, my vintage book collection, the children's toys. We make a fire in here in the winter, and of course have the record player because I like to have music playing in the house all the time. So let's check out the boot room, then we'll kind of skip through the kitchen because we already did that, and check out the middle room. Today's video is sponsored by my own company, the Old World Design Society, and I'd like to take just a minute and personally invite you to join us. This is a very special group of people, old souls, and they are design enthusiasts, both amateur and all the way to professional and everything in between. For those of you that love architecture and interior design, antiques, thrifting, garden design, chateaus, little tiny cottages, this is the place for you. So we have a private forum. Every month I teach a design class that you will be invited to, and any new member of the Old World Design Society gets access to the complete catalog of any classes I've taught in the past. This is the current edition of the magazine, so we have a quarterly publication to supplement all of this. It comes print or digital, whichever is best for you. This is the summer edition, so we just got done looking at that boot room tour, and there's an article in this magazine on how we put that entire space together. We've got a fantastic piece from an adorable shop in Paris, a great piece on flea market etiquette, how to make a proper British tea, and more. I'm very proud of this publication. It's sturdy, the paper is delicious, there's no advertising. If you're sort of tired of seeing the same thing in every magazine that you pick up, this is definitely for you. Lots of history, lots of education. This is the Old World Design Society. It's that little white circle that pops up at the end of every video, or actually you can go right up here and click that little tag, or check the link in this video description. I would love to have you join us. The magazines tend to sell out. I have a few more summer editions left if you'd like to get the summer edition. Of course, the next edition coming out is the Harvest Holiday. So that's very beautiful, full of all those autumnal and holiday inspiration for you. So no matter where you are in the design world, if you're just getting your feet wet or if you're a professional, this is going to be a space that you will very much enjoy. The Old World Design Society, check the link in this video description. Since we're here, and we just got done talking about my job, I'm going to show you my office. This is a very special place for me, and this is sort of the our apartment. This is where Mom and Dad get to escape. We have the bathroom that is being constructed behind the camera. This is my office, my closet. We have the bedroom with a view of the gardens. It's a beautiful space. Mostly, I'm working with what I had. I think purchases have been the rugs and some of the curtains. I was very excited a few weeks ago to get some new curtains for this room because it gets very, very warm in the summer, and as much as I love waking up to the sun and experiencing the daylight, sometimes I just want to be able to close those curtains. We got some new navy blue, of course, blackout drapes that are beautiful and look really dramatic in this space. As much as I would love a very rustic bedroom, architecturally, that's not working. We have huge vinyl windows, 5 of them, a big cathedral ceiling, beams stretching across that ceiling. So the space has a lot of drama, and it's a little awkward in that it's very long and narrow. So I am just trying to work with it as best I can. It's got a really good look. It photographs really well. I think you're going to enjoy it. I was searching for stairway inspiration the other day, and I found a beautiful new book called Library House. Really, really great. In the process of finding that book, I saw some stairs that had been painted dark blue, and they had Persian rug runners. I love the look of a Persian rug runner on a stair with the beautiful brass bars. And so I reached out to my friend who I get my rugs from, and I said, can you help me source a rug for these stairs? We're going to paint them blue. Now, again, that whole architecture aspect, I think it's really important not to fight the architecture of your home. And it's definitely not worth fighting it here. I've got to work with it. So we had this cathedral ceiling in the stairway. So the stairs come down and then they jog. And it was just this very boring space. And we had a stack of plywood out behind the house. So I had my stepdad and Joel and myself. I helped, but I didn't film myself. I put in all the shelves after they got done and painted it. But I had them, had to give myself some credit. I had them build me a bookcase for this area. So it looks a little rough right now, what I'm gonna show you. This is just like, it just got done. I'm going to go to the lumber yard and get some nice trim pieces and put them on the front to hide the fact that it's plywood. So when it's all said and done, you won't really notice that we use some pretty cheap lumber, because lumber is barely affordable right now, as you've probably experienced. But when it's all said and done, it'll have a piece of crown molding on the top, molding coming down, covering all those rough edges. But I don't even care. I'm so happy. I painted it the same color as the stairs. The new Persian rug runner is on the way. So now I have a place to put even more of my books, more of my statuary, and start bringing some character into this hallway, which has definitely been a neglected space in this house. It's just been, we painted it, had some patches, we repainted it the other day, so it's got a fresh coat of paint. I'm going to put a banister in, add some wood detail to the runners on the stairs because they're pretty boring, and just start to warm it up and give it some character. But I think this bookcase and then the pop of this really, really dark teal paint are just a great first step. From this area, you look down into our little foyer and then on into the pretty room. So let's go look at those spaces together. Last but not least, I'm going to share the bathroom with you. This is the kids' bathroom that we just got done a few weeks ago. Again, like you saw in the video the other day, which you can watch up here, it's about 90% done. So you can see what that space looks like. Another rug, clearly I'm addicted to rugs. And what else am I going to show you? The conservatory. So you've seen a really great video of the conservatory and how we did that faux brick. Again, you can watch that here, and I'm going to put all these videos down below in the playlist. So if you kind of want to go back and see how all these spaces came about, you can do that. Right now, the conservatory is very empty. There's not a lot going on. I have moved houseplants around the house that are normally in the conservatory in the winter. So it's pretty sparse right now, but it'll just sort of give you an idea of that space. Come this, after the first frost, I'll bring in my rosemary, I'll bring in my tropical plants that are out in the courtyard, and it will start to fill up again. And then of course, January, February, March, it's going to be loaded with seedlings because it's a very utilitarian space. We use it a lot, and it's really great for me as a gardener to have this space to sort of spill dirt, make a mess. It's got an extra sink out there. I have all the daylight, and so I'm just going to give you a little peek into that. And again, if you'd like to see more of that really tricked out, it's in past issues of the Old World Design Society. I think it's in the spring edition, and of course there are videos about it as well. So that is our house this summer. That's what it looks like. I'd love for you to check out the other videos in this video description so you can get a feel for what the gardens look like right now and sort of all the details behind everything that you saw today. It's been a fun summer as far as making changes to the house. I think we've kept up the pace. We've gotten, done fun things like the new curtains, the painting, just little improvements here and there. My frustration lies, of course, in that I haven't found those big pieces, in particular for the kitchen, to make those really dramatic changes that I'd like to make to the kitchen. I still haven't found flooring that I really, really love, but I have to trust the process. If you're working on your home and you're feeling frustrated, trust the process. I am available for design help, so go check my website if you decide that you need some assistance. And of course, I would love for you to be a member of the Old World Design Society. You can do that for as little as $5 a month. That gives you access to the design classes, the forum, and the members only section of my blog. Or you can up-level from there and do the digital or print magazine. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm blessed that you're here. I hope you enjoyed your time. I will see you again very soon. A bientôt.